Mr. Retro here, and I am pulling my Video Game Monthly box for the month of May, and we're going to go ahead and crack this thing open and see what we got. Now, as I open this, notice you can see me. I would do this at my regular recording area, but we have a light that's currently out, so it wouldn't look very good. So while I get this open, Video Game Monthly, I'll have the links down in the description below, and they are a subscription service where you can choose different kinds of games that you want, or how many games you want, and you kind of pay for that. But on their site, you have an account library, which shows all the different systems they offer, and you can check which games you already have so you don't get duplicates. And I think that's pretty awesome. And since I collect for everything, I check everything, and I keep mine updated. So as soon as I open this up, I will update my library on that site and on my personal inventory. So, as always, the Video Game Monthly box always looks really nice. I love the nice clean thing, and it comes in this flat rate, I think, priority mail. So they ship it out fairly quickly at the beginning of each month. So, Video Game Monthly, again, I will put their website in the description below, so you guys can check that out yourself. So, let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we have. So the first thing I see is the Video Game Monthly card. You always get this. And we get now a subscription code for the Key Armory, which I think is somewhere in here. I'm sure the discount code is on here. So Key Armory is another site, and they talked about this on their Facebook page about kind of partnering with them. So it's kind of a neat thing to have. And I see this, which is one of my favorite kind of cards. It's the 1-Up card. That means I have an additional game that they put in there. I normally just get 5, so there's an additional game in here. And I can already kind of peek in there and see what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So the first game I see is Rescue the Embassy Mission for the original Nintendo, the NES. I've never played this game, but this looks super interesting. So on it, if you guys can see, you can see like a guy busting in through the window, and there's a guy in a ski mask underneath. But this should be pretty cool. Another game I see, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius versus Jimmy Negatron. So that is a Game Boy Advance game. I see Centipede for the Game Boy. And then I see Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers for the Game Boy Color, which is great, because I don't have a whole lot of just Game Boy Color specific games, so this is nice. Before I get into some of the other games, I see that you always get kind of a fun little thing in these boxes, and this one is a bottle opener, which is pretty cool, and this is a nice little shape. It's got a metal bottle opener right here in the center, and it's got a plastic coating around it. It's pretty firm. The only metal is right here, using the kind of light. I can see it, and it's got a little metal press pin to hold everything together. But other than that, it's just a nice solid plastic bottle opener, so that's pretty neat. Over here we have a PSP game, and this is for 300. Is this the movie, or is it just, I think it's the game. Yeah, March for Glory, which is the game. Now, I usually, these are all supposed to guarantee to work, but I will probably run this through my UMD cleaner, which I bought kind of a cheap one. It's really small. It's smaller than this, actually, and it just kind of clamps on to there, and it's supposed to clean some of the scratches and smudges off these discs, but I will go ahead and give that a try. And then the last game I see in here is for the Wii. It's called Season 2, Sam Max Beyond and Spaced. Oh, Sam and Max, not Sam Max. So Sam & Max. This is not one of those franchises that I got into, but it's pretty interesting. I will definitely give it a shot and crank up my Wii and try some of these things out. We didn't get any foreign games, which is kind of surprising. In the past, I have a Famicom and a Super Famicom, and they support delivering those. And ever since I've clicked that, I've always gotten at least one either Famicom or Super Famicom game in my boxes since they've had that. But it's kind of weird that I never got one now. There's a lot of games out there that people in the United States haven't been able to play just because they were only released in Japan. So, but I will definitely check out these games. So just as a recap, I have Season 2 of Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space for the Wii. Rescue the Embassy Mission for the NES. Centipede for the original Game Boy. Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers for the Game Boy Color. Jimmy Neutron vs. Jimmy Negatron for the Game Boy Advance. And lastly, 300 March 4 Glory. I think that's what it is. Yeah. March for Glory, or March and Glory, for the PSP. So, it's a pretty short video. I strongly recommend you guys check out Video Game Monthly. They are awesome. Especially if you just want to build a collection for a system. You can just click one system, let's say like the PlayStation 2, you could just click that, and they'll only send you PS2 games and only send you ones that you don't already have, and you can specify that on their site. So this is one of those websites that are really dedicated to giving you guys high quality games. I haven't really had any issues. I've gotten one knockoff game once, and they offered to return it, but I was like, hey, it's a knockoff game. It's kind of a fun thing to have, so I decided to keep it. But they were totally willing to even send me a replacement cartridge, but totally not even necessary. But this is a really cool company, and I really enjoy this service. I've even quit other subscription services just so I can dedicate more to this service. So that is my Video Game Monthly video game box for the month of May. So go ahead and check out them in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks!